Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday night, Tuesday morning model building. I know I promised to do a sort of Warhammer progress report, but that will have to wait till next time. Today was just kind of exhausting. I kind of just want to get into it. That being said, let's go. I'll also adjust this up a little. There we go. And I've also added alerts so I can hopefully hear you all this time. And while we are going to be working on the Calibarn like the stream title says, I went and got a clamp on sort of magnifying ring light, which is why the workspace is a bit brighter than normal. And while I was there, I picked up a full mechanics Gundam aerial because I couldn't stop myself. So that'll be the next one. That will be the next kit we work on. But for now, aerial, or Caliban, which I did start watching, Witch from Mercury, and I've only seen the aerial. I've also only watched up to episode 8 of Witch from Mercury, so I think Calibarn, and Calibarn is season 2. And I did already build the head. Apologies. Warhammer was making me feel a bit irrelevant's the wrong word, but I felt like I was hating model building and I needed to do something just to make sure that it was just Warhammer, not model building in general. Good news, it's just Warhammer that makes me irate. Alright, body. B and D. Okay. Yeah, today was a bit of a nightmare. We had something break before we got there on the back end. And then we had another break about halfway through the process. So there was just a huge mess to clean up when we got in, and then another mess that lasted most of the day. But It's okay. We survived. And as has been my sort of motto lately, we will survive this. Even if it is just out of spite. You know, thinking about it, maybe we can do a Warhammer update on Friday before... I say Friday, I mean like Saturday morning. I never usually start before midnight on any of the days that I stream. So, Saturday morning, I guess we'll say. Maybe I can do a... Oh. Sorry about that, I don't know where my model went for a minute. But yeah, maybe the Saturday morning will be the Warhammer update before Warframe. We shall see. I also put chat on my phone here so I can hopefully see if anyone leaves any messages or asks any questions. Trying to get better about reading that when it happens. Gotta make sure to hydrate. Sorry for any weird drinking noises. Never seen one that had a waste connector like that before. Alright. D1 1 and D1 2. Sorry for bumping the camera. If I did do that. Hey Pink, what's up? was saying earlier how today was kind of a clusterfuck. Now, this kit's gone together a lot differently than most of the other kits I've ever worked on. Oh no, that's gonna be... Okay. We've got a really complicated sticker to put on this piece here. Light seems to be kind of blowing out the detail. Let's just turn that down a bit. Where was that sticker? Yeah, I think it's this one. And my cat wants out. Of course she does. I will be right back. I always give her the option to leave right when I start streaming. And then she just doesn't. And then, 15 minutes into the stream, she decides she wants out. 10 minutes later, she'll come back in. Then another 15 minutes, she'll decide she wants out again. So indecisive. But I love her anyway. Okay, I think we got it on there. Yeah, cats Cats are very funny, especially when they have no brain cells like my cat. In fact, my roommate told me a story. She had let my cat out on the deck and had, I think, closed the screen door just to sort of keep the bugs out but still have the fresh air. And Cupcake was out there, and my roommate was going to go take a bath. So she said to Cupcake, "You going to be okay out here while I take a bath?" It spooked her, and then she ran straight into the screen door, not realizing it was there. Okay. Then we also get D112. Okay. This one has a few option parts, so I could do the clear E5, or what I'm actually going to do is use the F2, which is sort of baked in, shiny. Oh, yeah, dogs can be a lot stronger than cats when it comes to stuff like running through doors. One of the reasons I'm kind of glad I have a cat instead. Less she can immediately fuck up. Cleaning up these clear pieces is difficult. forgot to even test to make sure audio was working, but I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Everything is good. At least on the stream front, everything is good. Oh look, the cat's back. So now the question is she going to sleep in the laundry basket or jump up on the bed? Okay, that's neat. Oh, that was it for the torso. Cool beans. To the right arm. Which looks to have a lot of stickers on it. Cupcake, get down. There are very few places I don't allow her to go. And I apologize if that was loud. More stickers. And since we're doing stickers, why wouldn't we just do the most interesting choice? Why would you ever go for the just straight black sticker when you could go for the patterned one? There we go. It's hard to see, but there's a slight pattern in there. Copy, be careful. I got the right piece. You know? Ah, okay. We're good. And now she's settling in my lap. I'm sure you probably saw her walk across the screen. I hope the volume isn't jump scaring whenever I talk. It might be. For the back one. D227. One of these. Oh, okay. I'm blind. First I thought there were only 2 of these pieces, but no, there's one here, 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 and here. Because each arm needs 2. I had a thought of, instead of exporting the Twitch VOD to YouTube, just because the resolution I stream at isn't 1080. There's also not 720 either. It's in between those. And I've heard that the quality isn't great. I'll need to watch one to check. I was thinking about just on the VOD channel uploading the 4K recording I have instead of the downscaled 720 version that YouTube gives you. But if no one is interested in that, or if it takes more time than is worth it, then I might not. But we'll see. I just need to look at the recording at some point. I think the best one to do that with would probably be the Warframe stream from last Saturday. Trying to get my days correct. Because I'll have a lot of movement and text and icons on the screen, so I think that'll be the easiest one to check all that with. Okay, bye, Cupcake. I swear, if you want out again, I'll let you out. Yep, she's sitting at the door. I will be right back. Every so often, she manages to spark the brain cell and get out of the room without me knowing. But it's not very often. Most of the time, she needs me to open the door. I think we've heard this one on stream before, and that's the first time I've heard it say "ada ada." If you know, you know. Okay. Wait. Yeah, that's right. I gotta say, being within walking distance of a hobby shop is dangerous for my wallet. One of these days, I feel like I'm just gonna walk home with a perfect grade, and I'm gonna be sitting here going, oh no. But at least I'll have enough model kit to last me a year of streaming. It's also a way of putting these skills I've been building to the test, right? That was 14, isn't it? However, I'm pretty sure after my most recent Warhammer order that I'm probably done buying stuff with that hobby. I'll just build what I have, maybe learn how to play, maybe, and then I might, heavy on the might, actually paint the army. Because painting scares me. I feel like the painting is going to be the part that just tests my patience the most. So a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to how I want things to look. Which is why I prefer these pre-printed Gundams that come in on runners, the colors they're supposed to be in. And yes, they do come with like color codes that you can get to paint them up if you wanted to. But just the straight build is fine. You don't have to do anymore if you don't want to. You get flustered with painting too, Pink? Or you're a perfectionist too? Yeah. The only models I've painted were very quick, like spray painting of on the runner Gundam pieces, and then I would touch up after I finished building it on the parts that you could actually see. Oh. There we go. D240. With a sticker. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but the Master Grade Death Scythe Endless Waltz came with a ton of water slide decals. And I just can't really be bothered to look to see how all of that goes. I think this is also the most just plain stickers I've seen on a model kit in a long while. Here she goes. Okay, the 20 goes right in there. Green square. Tiny, tiny reflective piece. Okay. D220. And I think I wouldn't mind painting the Warhammer minis so much if they weren't so tiny. They're just so small and intricate. Like, the faces of the minis are smaller than this piece. And for a face, you know, you've got the main color of the face, then you have the eyes and the mouth, including the inside of the mouth if their mouth is open. It's just a lot and very detailed. But enough about Warhammer, this is a Gundam stream. I started Wish for Mercury, and realized only 8 episodes in that this kit I'm working on, the Calibarn, is season 2. At least I'm pretty sure it is, because I've not seen it yet, and I'm most of the way through season 1. Oops. I spoiled myself. It's fine. You have an arm. That's a tight fit. But I guess that means it won't be falling out anytime soon. I may have spoiled myself for season 1, but that's okay. Or for season 2, but I got the season 1 Gundam. So, it's all good. That's the next project. Where you going, Cubby? Alright. If I move a little bit, you can see her tail here. She didn't like that. Yeah, Cubby, you're just gonna have to deal. I'm sorry. One nice thing about Witch from Mercury is you don't need to know any other Gundam stuff to watch it. Because it's its own self-contained sort of alternate universe. Which is always nice. And when I was really big into Gundam, my roommate had said, okay, you get to recommend one show to me. I compromised and suggested a show and a movie. The show was Build Fighters, even though the dub is kind of iffy to some people. I like it, but I'm strange, so. And the movie I recommended was Thunderbolt. One Universal Century thing and one non-Universal Century thing. And the Build Fighters is more just like getting you hyped up for building kits. Build Divers is also really good. And now Witch from Mercury sort of compromises between the two by having a show that starts off like your traditional UC show, but then sort of softens into a kind of a battle anime show. Because it takes place in a school not like most anime do. And they have mobile suit battles to settle arguments or disagreements. Also in the Witch from Mercury show, Gundams are outlawed because of the system that they used to pilot them used to kill the operators, or had like a 50% chance to kill the operator. So they were outlawed, and then anyone who could pilot a Gundam was basically executed. Those that weren't either ran away or were experimented on. It's a really good show. in the modern day, the Gundam is basically fugitive. Yeah, I really need to finish season 1 and get to season 2 so I know what I'm working on here. Yeah, I was working on a model the other day and this rolled off and like partially stabbed into my leg. Didn't draw blood or anything, it was just like, ow. And now I have a cat on my lap, so I don't want the knife to roll off and hit her. Yeah. Careful with knives, kids, they're sharp. I say as I cut towards me to shave off the little nubbin that's left. Well, it's been an hour and we are almost, I think, halfway through, so this might be just a one-stream kit. But we'll see. I wonder, did that go through on the stream? Hopefully not. Definitely not watching anyone else's stream while I am streaming too. That would be insane, right? is 12. So we need D16. And I guess before I decide to upload the Warframe VOD, I should check to see how well it even looked. On the 4K recorder. If it doesn't look any better, why would I waste the bandwidth? Also, I have the feeling that uploading 4K 60 FPS like 3 hours would take like half a day to upload. I hope I'm wrong on that figure, but I don't think I am. This RNG is a bitch sometimes, because I spent like 2 hours today trying to get a specific blueprint to drop in Warframe, and it didn't drop once. I keep switching topics sort of all over the damn place. Yeah. There's a frame that takes 8 blueprints in order to craft. I am 1 blueprint short. Because RNG hates me. But hey, what you gonna do, right? And one of the first things I do when I buy Early Prime is to buy 10 additional Warframe slots. Because I am close to the limit. I need to stop doing up the tweezers. I put a toothpick in here for a reason. Get softer things so I don't scratch off the reflective bits of the sticker. Yeah, while I was at work today, there was a message on one of the Discord servers I was in, and they were looking for a host for their events. Just to sort of act like I think an MC. And it's a paid position, but I know for a fact I can't guarantee my availability. Otherwise, I might have put my name in the hat for that. She's got arms. Making progress. And it looks like it wants us to build both feet at the same time. So, here we go. Should I buy the $50 plastic clippers? Probably not. Do I want to see if they're any better? Maybe a little. Does a good craftsman blame their tools? No. Who said I was a good craftsman? Nobody. E22. day's going fairly well, Gaia. Had a bit of a busy day at work, but this is helping me de-stress. I hope you had a good day. Okay, how does this want to go in there? Glad to hear you doing all right. I was saying earlier that this might be just a one stream kit. I understand that it's high grade, but we're just cruising through. I've heard good things about that one. But I should probably finish Witch from Mercury before I start any new shows. Considering, at least from what I've seen, this Calibarn Gundam is in Season 2. I skipped a season of kits. Oh no. Well, I love me a good story, so that's good news for me. said that he started watching that too. I don't recall what he said, if he liked it or not, but it is on the list. The extremely long list of shows that I need to watch. Alright, how does this one go on there? This way. So, what's wrong with Cupcake? Is it the muscle spasms or the microplastics? I am trying to do my best to make sure that none of these plastic flakes fall under a fur. This kit is very different than any of the others I've built before. But it is the newest one that I've built, so I'm sure it's just an improvement of the mechanics, engineering, that's the word. That's neat. We have feet. Remember to stay hydrated, kids. Oh yeah, I sent my mom a picture of that Spiegel we finished on stream. Told her that there were still decals left, and she said, "Alright, send me a picture when you finish it. When you finish with the decals and everything." I'm like, "Alright, Mom, I was just gonna call it a day, but okay." But I put the decals on like she wanted. Had to find a reference image online because there sure wasn't one in the instructions. But she liked it when I showed it to her, so all's well that ends well. Oh boy. Stickers. I didn't realize when looking at it before, but this is for the thigh. Like, dang, Calibarn thick. 15 or 14? 15, because it's more interesting that way. Gotta make sure to use a toothpick so you don't damage the stickers with the metal tweezers. This side they want 12 or 11. 12 it is. That one's tricky. Alright, guy, you have a good night. It's just past 2 here. Have a good night, and thank you for stopping by. That's how it goes. D242. It doesn't appear like this needs any additional stickers. A19. 19. There it is. I need to resist the urge to go buy an airbrushing kit from a hobby store. I was talking to one of my friends who's seen Witch from Mercury and asked me about this kit. And I was like, yeah, I think it'd be cool to airbrush it with a silver pattern. I still think that would be neat. But where the hell am I going to put an air compressor? E2. This one. And I was just talking about how I hate painting models. So, again, why do I need an airbrushing kit? Alright. Not bad. 21 and 29. You have an airbrushing kit, Pink? Oh, they have airless. Yeah, apparently it was like an entire airbrush kit for like $30. And it said it came with an air compressor. And the box it came in was pretty small, so maybe. Maybe once I have some other debt paid down, then I'll do that. But for now, I will be content just putting model kits together as a straight build. Maybe I will use the panel line mixture that I have if I'm feeling real adventurous. Why was that in 2 parts? It seems like it could have been molded as one. But what do I know? 37 and 38. I really need to get my eyes checked. I have to lean forward to read the numbers on the instructions. The eye check will have to wait until after I finish getting my teeth fixed, though. One super expensive health thing at a time, please. Okay. This looks complicated. B26. It's just lots of small steps that add up to a big step. Good job, Eris. You just described literally everything in life. And it's a good thing I'm doing this so late at night, so if I cut myself, there's really nowhere to go and I'll just bleed to death. Oh, that's supposed to go in there tighter than that. There we go. That feels more secure. Looks pretty decent too. Oh. Sorry, I put my fingers in your mouth there, Cupcake, but you had some microplastics in your fur. Yeah, this is your favorite place to lay, but I might have to put the kibosh on that when I'm dealing with model kits. D245. See, it says my bitrate is unstable, but I don't believe that. I feel like that is just untrue. E24. Yep, 24. That's right. D246. And that light really highlights the plastic particles on the mat. Oh, and when I went out the other day, I almost bought a brand new office chair. Almost. The reason I'm a little hesitant to do that is because of the little shit sleeping in my lap. You should see the back of this chair. She's torn the hell out of it. It's the only scratch post in the entire apartment that she'll use. I just want to be like, listen here, you little shit. I got a new chair, you can't do that. We have a leg. What time is it? Okay. We will build another leg and then see where we're at. I might need to find a new playlist because I swear I've heard this one before. Like recently. Within the past 2 hours. Not that I super minded, but you know, variety's the spice of life and all that. Oh. Model, where do you go when you do that? Like, what do you see that makes you just backflip? I really want to know. Normally when you lose tracking, you just like slowly drift back to 0. But occasionally you just do a backflip. Oops. Sorry, I bumped the mic. Apologies. It's a mic you stick on to your headset. Magnetically. Which is nice. But if you bump it, it wobbles all around until it finds its home position again. And it's not quiet when it does it. So I apologize. I feel like it's better with the additional light on. Oops. Sorry if you heard the crunching there. Sorry, Cubby. Didn't mean to drop that on you. Yeah, the wooden toothpick is definitely doing less damage to the sticker than the metal tweezers were. Thankfully, it was just on one piece, on one of the arms. Yeah. This arm got a little... The reflective part got rubbed away a little bit because I was a little overzealous with the tweezers. But other than that, all the way. I really want to know what my model sees or my tracking software sees to make it go, oh. I can't even do that when I'm sitting here trying to. The mysteries of being a VTuber. As for you IRL streamers, I salute you. I don't like myself enough to do that. Oh, and as you may have been able to notice, while I was gone during my week and a half long hiatus, or however long it was, I upgraded my stream just a little bit. I got that, the ring light magnifier, mostly for working on small models, but it makes for a good light too. Fairly well diffused. Just some small things to try and improve the setup. Yeah, I think this leg might be the last thing we do tonight. And then tomorrow we'll finish up the waist and the backpack. And then, depending on how much time is left, we might go grinding for a blueprint and warframe, or for materials. If I don't have them yet. I am going to try and get some materials off stream. I'm trying to save the on-stream stuff as, like, story quests. Because I know a lot of people find grinding boring. Especially when the drop rate for the thing I'm looking for is like 11%. Only found in one mission. But oh, did I say tomorrow? I meant Wednesday. Thursday? Probably around midnight on Thursday morning. To be accurate. And if I haven't gotten the blueprint I'm looking for by then, I might actually go crazy. Because then it just feels like it's taunting me. Oh, there she goes again. She's not sitting by the door though, so she doesn't want out just yet. Oh, the main difference that will happen if I do start uploading the 4K recordings of the streams is we'll lose all background music. Because I don't have OBS set up to record that. Just to try and avoid DMCA. 1080s. But I feel like that is a small price to pay for higher resolution if it indeed does look better than the downscaled one. And I can always run it through Resolve to actually downscale from 4K to 1080 if it does want to take 4 hours to upload or whatever. Keep throwing pieces around. Must be getting tired. Another reason to finish once I am done with this leg. And if Kai is streaming, I will send y'all over there. If not, we might find somebody else to raid. Oh. Okay. All's well. I think it'd be hard to find another playlist with this vibe. Chill lo-fi with some mild Japanese in the background. Some of which I actually can understand. Guess those Japanese lessons worked a little. I did recently switch from the language learning app I was using, and I'm going to try a different one. I didn't feel like I was learning anything. After a while, I didn't feel like any of it was sticking. I had to review every time I opened the thing. This other one has better reviews, so I'm going to try that one at some point. I love throwing pieces at myself, so I have to try and find them. Yeah, my hands are turning off. It is almost time for bed. Almost. We're almost there. We're almost done. It almost feels like I'm gonna break it every time I do that. But that's how it's supposed to go. Just very roughly in there. Alright. Last. Sorry for shaking the shop. Last few steps. Let's do that first. Sorry. I bumped the camera there. $46. 46, right? Yeah. I wonder if I should leave the Gunpla Builder tag in my tags all the time. Cubby, what are you smelling? What are you doing over there? What are you doing? You causing chaos? There's my bottle. You causing trouble over there, Cubby? What are you staring at? What do you see? Cats, man. Oh, that's actually a better idea. So, Thursday early morning stream can be the Warhammer progress. That's what that'll be. I can show what I've done in Warhammer once I finish building this kit, which shouldn't take very long once. Because it's just the waist, the backpack, and the okay, now maybe this will take a little while. Because yeah, we still have the waist, putting everything together, the backpack, the base, the weapons. Yeah. Maybe we will have a little bit, but this is a good stopping point for today. So, I'm going to see if Kai is still streaming. If she is, we're going to drop you off there. Last I knew, she was playing Kerbal Space Program. But I hope you enjoyed this build, this chat, and I will see you next time, hopefully the day after tomorrow. Hopefully. Good night, Pink. Good night, everyone.